What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, I just bought myself a pair of shoes. These are Polo, Ralph Lauren. You know, it's funny, when I grew up, Polo shoes were just brutally expensive. Polo everything, you know. I don't know. I grew up in Detroit, so maybe, let's be honest, maybe they weren't that expensive as a kid, and just because I grew up with pretty, let's call it basic, austere beginnings, that maybe things like this were just kind of unaffordable to me. But look at these shoes. I picked them up because I thought they looked cool. And again, you know, despite the fact that Polo might be expensive, they aren't brutally expensive, and you know, in some ways no more than any other shoe. And I think I really like the little Polo player on them. It's just kind of cool. So these are ergonomic molded foam footbed, and you can see here we've got this brown, kind of slightly textured. It's a little smooth. I'm sure this is gonna you know, wear out a little bit and break in, but it's a little like glossy plastic almost. But it does have like a stippling there, like a texture, but not like a tread per se. And then up top, what I was really intrigued with is, I think this is real leather, man. I love the look of it. It's like this distressed leather look, you know, the kind of this raw, full grain leather. I mean, it looks great. It almost looks like a cowboy boot or something like that. And then we have leather shoelaces. Now, I'm not a big fan of these leather shoelaces. It's not that I don't like them, but they tend to like be a little hard to tie and snug down, and they tend to break after a while and things like that. I'm more of a fan of like the normal polyester shoelaces, but man, this is a good looking shoe. A lot of white area around the edge here. That's probably gonna get dirty pretty quick. They do have a little tab on the tongue here to hold the shoelace in place, but they do smell good. They do smell good. And they're a little bit of a high top too, right? I mean, this kind of goes up pretty far. Not like a Converse per se, but I think you'll get a lot of ankle support. So if you tend to get a lot of rub on your ankle with the really low heels, I think this one is going to be a little bit different. So let's put them on and try them out. Let's just get them on my size 10 feet here. And there we go. That's on there. I'm not gonna bother lacing them up per se, but they do slip on pretty nicely. The back edge is not very rigid, so you might want to be careful about compressing them too much or use a shoehorn. Nice tall tongues there, but as you can see here, yeah, they are pretty comfortable, that's for sure. And I think they look pretty good. I like the brown against the blue. I think these will be a great shoe for busting around this summer. And you know, I can feel how high these back ends are. You know, they ride up pretty high. So you definitely have like a high top feel on them. But overall, man, I'm pretty impressed with these bad boys. Not that expensive. Like I said, pretty good deal. I'll put a link to them in the description, but I think they look pretty smart. And, you know, pretty casual, but with a little bit of that full grain leather kind of formal look to them too. So I think a nice little hybrid casual shoe. Check them out at the link in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out!